multiplication theorem on probability. Now we are going to cover this major topic, and first thing which we are going to do, that is independent event. For the independent event, let me give first a nice definition and then we are moving with an example. Okay. So now definition. Now what are the independent events, that I am going to give you in the form of a definition first. Now two events associated with the random experiment are said to be independent events if the occurrence or non-occurrence two events associated with the random experiment are said to be independent events if the occurrence or non-occurrence of one of the event does not affect the probability of the occurrence of the other event. So this is a definition. Now what formula we are going to use it, that I am going to give you after the examples or in the second part of a definition. Okay. So now let us move for an example. Let us go for an example to make more clarity for the definition part. Now let E be the event the card drawn is a diamond. Okay. From the four suits, diamond, heart, spade and club, we can take anything. Okay. So let E be the event the card drawn is a diamond and F be the event the card drawn is an ace. So we are having two conditions we have taken in the example, and the events are E and F, and these are the conditions. Okay. For E, the card drawn is a diamond. Now how many diamond cards are there? 13. And the F, the card drawn is an ace, and how many ace cards are there? 4 ace cards. Okay. So now probability for event E, that is the card drawn is a diamond, total cards are 52 and 13 are the diamond cards. Okay. So probability becomes 1 by 4, and probability for F, how many ace cards we are having? 4 ace cards. So probability becomes 1 upon 13. Okay. Two things. Now a a new thing I am going to write it. Now what it is? Also we can write it E and F. Also E and F is the event. Now what I have mentioned and here, E and F, okay. Now E and F, what it can be? E and F is the event the card drawn is the ace of diamond. This means E and F. The card drawn is an ace of diamond. How many cards there will be? Only one single card. Okay. Therefore, probability for E and F is equal to 1 upon 52. Only one card will be there. Now just see what I am writing again in a very new form now. This is for you now. Now I am just putting a star here, okay. Okay, a star. Now what this means now? We are having P E oblique F. Now what is the result for E oblique F? Let's check it. P E and F, P for probability upon PF. Now P E oblique F, this can be written in this form, okay. E oblique F, it means E and F upon probability for F, okay. Now this P E and F, what is the probability for E and F? That is 1 upon 52, and probability for F, it was 1 upon 13. So on solving, this becomes 1 upon 4. Now from here, where 1 upon 4 is? 1 upon 4 is here, PE, that is 1 upon 4, okay. So since PE is equal to 1 upon 4 is equal to P E oblique F. Now this is a new thing. PE 1 by 4, I told you PE is 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 is also the result of this whole part and it is for this one. So we can write now probability for event E is equal to 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 is equal to probability for the event E oblique F. Now what this means? Just check it what this means. We can say that, okay. Now just a minute, let me make this in the small form like this, okay, because I have to write a statement. Now we can say that occurrence of the event F has not affected the probability of occurrence of event E. Okay, from this statement, because probability of event E is 1 by 4 and probability of event E oblique F is also 1 by 4. So from this now we can say that occurrence of the event F has not affected the probability of occurrence of event E. Now similarly we can have one more case. Similarly Now can we write it P F oblique E? Now this will be probability for F and E, or we can write E and F upon probability for E. Okay, now E divided by E, so here it will be E. Now again this becomes 1 upon 52 upon E, it is 1 upon 4. So on solving this becomes 1 upon 13, and 1 upon 13 where it is? Here it is. So this becomes probability of F. Now this means what? That this and this are equal, but they have not any affected on both the things. Okay, so this shows that occurrence of event E has not affected the probability of occurrence of event F. Is it clear? Now this is a very nice example and everything is clear. Okay, so on the whole what we can write it? Hence E and F, now we have taken two events, hence E and F are two events such that, now just coming from for the definition, such that occurrence of one event does not affect the probability of the occurrence of the other event. Okay, therefore E and F are called independent events. This is the independent event.